Oh God.
Yeah, he just had a preview of his next concert.
Yeah.
Anyway, our next topic is that the Rust, the Alec Baldwin film where the tragedy happened of the killing of the cinematographer. So the Rust Gaffer sues Alec Baldwin, the armourer, and producers for negligence in the on-set shooting tragedy. So this story comes to us via Variety. Yeah. And it says the gaffer on Rust felt a whoosh of air and heard the loudest shot he had ever heard on set, and then watched helplessly as his friend Halna Hutchins faded away in his arms, according to a lawsuit filed on Tuesday. Serge Svetnoy provided a detailed first-hand account of the October 21 shooting in a negligent suit against several defendants, including Rust star Alec Baldwin, the film's producers, the armourer, and first assistant director. He alleges that he suffered injury when the bullet narrowly missed him, as well as severe emotional distress. The suit is the first to be filed in connection with the tragedy, in which Baldwin fired a Colt 45 containing a live round while setting up for a shot at the Bonanza Creek Ranch near Santa Fe, and that is just gone. I have no idea. Let's come back. Anyway, look, I'm not going to need to read the rest.
No.
What do you guys think, first of all, about this guy suing all of these, not just Alec Baldwin, but the armourer and the producers? And on second thought, what do you think about them having the court papers already?
Yeah, we kind of touched on this. I mean,
Yeah.
The first thing with this guy is, like, to me, the emotional distress part, I would have looked into it a bit more. So he'd worked with the DOP for 9 projects.
Okay.
Back to back.
So he was quite...
They were very
acquainted,
close, and he actually held her when she was dying.
Okay,
on
fair
set.
enough.
Basically, he talks about the fact that in the actual court papers, he mentions the fact that he's on set, he's holding her, screaming for help, and he's got the blood coming from the back of his hands to the back of her shirt. So I can see that's going to leave a big lot of distress for someone. Yeah, I get that. And also, apparently, the gunpowder etched his glasses, blurred his face. I don't know how much physical damage a gunpowder is going to do. I've never heard of gunpowder making physical damage because it might burn a little bit. But there is that there. In regards to the court papers being released, for anyone that's gone through any kind of court process, normally those papers are not allowed to be made public until due process has been done and then the actual trial has been dealt with. Their files are kept solidified just for the court to deal with. So I'm very, very surprised it's been made public. Is it because of the Hollywood aspect of it that they've paid to get these papers somehow? The suing of Baldwin we touched upon on the first one, because obviously everyone jumped to the bandwagon. Oh, blame Baldwin. He should be blamed for shooting her. He should have checked the gun. No, we talked about that. We'll get past that topic later on again. But the negligence aspect, I'm very surprised at, because okay, what was the negligence? Was he culpable for signing on the firearms that were used on set? Had he not, as a producer?
Well, I think we read in a previous article. Remember when we did an update to this story that there was some discrepancy about the, shall we say, the qualifications of the armourer.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the negligence comes into it. So, again, this is what I believe to be the case.
Because this guy in his comments does say, oh, he didn't check the gun. I'm like, no, okay, you can't use that. But as mentioned before, it's not his job to check the rounds before he goes to the set.
Yeah.
But if it was a case of Baldwin had something to do with the hiring of the armourer, then okay, right, then there's...
And if the armourer wasn't who he says he was and didn't have the credentials,
and they didn't,
then it goes back to Baldwin.
Because you haven't done your due diligence.
Yeah, you did,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Theo?
The Gaffer.
Yeah.
Right, so what was that, about 9 times?
Oh, so they've worked on 9 films together. So the Gaffer and the guy that was shot, I forget her name.
Halna Hutchins.
So Halna Hutchins, they've worked on 9 projects together.
Okay, so they have a strong relationship.
Yeah.
They have a strong relationship.
Him and her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he held her when she died and stuff. So
But is that for him to take on? Like,
that's my question.
I just think Americans are just quick to sue and look for money straight away.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking about her family.
Yeah, they should be the first.
They should be the first. Like, I sent my wife to work and she's dead. So where are they?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to sue this and da-da-da. I understand, like, you're a bit aggrieved, but just do what you're doing and, you know, in cahoots with the family.
Yeah, support them.
100%.
You know, if they go for a lawsuit, then you support them.
Yeah, so I just don't know. I just think it's in bad taste that he's coming out first.
Yeah.
Like, if that's my wife,
me.
I've lost my wife. Someone's got to pay. Who is it?
Yeah.
Who's done it? Who's taken my mother away from their children? Yeah. That's their money, blah, blah, blah. But, you know,
and you know, I find it very strange that he's doing this when the family have already said that they don't blame Baldwin. And so, you know...
Unless it's the case of they've not pursued it, but then he's obviously found out from being on set.
But then also, here's the other thing that you know, makes me align with Leon in finding this very strange that he's suing now. Yeah. The police haven't finished their investigations. So wouldn't you at least wait for the police to finish their investigations?
This story is taken from him being interviewed in court. That this is part of his actual. This is part of him giving evidence.
Yeah, but my point is that he's suing them. He's suing them. So wouldn't you wait until the criminal investigation has concluded? And has given a verdict, and then you can then sue them, because doing it so early, it reeks of I want to capitalize.
I want to get this back quick.
That's
what it does.
That's what it.
What's the verdict first of all?
Because
what's the verdict?
Yeah,
is someone guilty or is nobody guilty?
Right,
and then you go from there.
And then you go from there.
From that perspective, like I didn't think of it that way, but I would be putting my time into literally being with the family, telling them what I know about what on set, so that them inform the opinion how they're going to pursue.
Because it's not like it happened months ago. This is literally weeks ago. It hasn't even been a month yet. And you're already suing. You know, that's in bad taste for me, and as Leon said, you know, you should be liaising. If the family hasn't sued yet, who are you
to be sued?
I understand you've got a relationship with her, and I'm not saying you shouldn't sue, but I don't think now's the time. You know, I agree with you entirely, man. I don't think it's in good taste. And obviously with this is another update on this story. So we'll be sure to bring you some more updates as and when we get them. But anything else you want to...
Nah, that's what I need.
You know, please let us know what you think. Do you agree with us that, you know, it's in bad taste for him to be suing now when the family hasn't sued and the police investigation hasn't concluded? Or do you think he's right to sue now, you know, because he was so close to her? You know, let us know down in the comments down below what you think.